Hi. Thank you for watching this tutorial about custom bonds. Custom bonds can be created and customized by opening Settings. Then choose Bonds. Choose one of the bonds by stepping through the folders. Select Stretch a Bond, for example. On the right you see the code that defines the bond. I'll come back to that later. Below, a preview is shown. The lighter blue bricks indicate the pattern defined by the code. Let's check another bond. These built-in bonds cannot be altered. Bonds in the examples folder can be customized though. For testing, create a new bond by entering a name here. Select the newly created bond. The code now displays B4. This means a brick consisting of 4/4 bats, being a standard stretcher. Now change the bond, for example by adding B2. This is a brick of 2/4 bats, which will be a header. Check the preview below. Let's say we want to alter between a row of stretchers and a row of headers. Put B2 on a new line to create a new row of bricks. In the same way, we could enter new rows with 1/4 bats or 3/4 bats. Well, this bond doesn't look very structural, does it? We want to shift the second row to the right, with an offset of a 1/4 bat. To do so, enter an angle bracket and the number of 1/4 bats you want to move the row. This is looking so much better. You can play around by yourself to create the patterns you like. You also have the option to create voids or missing bricks. Use the letter V for that. Another feature is to create bricks with different thicknesses. Behind a brick code, type T+20 to create a brick that is 20 mm thicker than a default brick. Change the plus sign to minus to create a brick with a reduced thickness. If you omit the sign, typing just T50, you will create a brick with a fixed thickness of 50 mm. In case you want to create an entire row of bricks with a different thickness, simply put the value in front of all bricks in that row. When you are done, save the bond and go back to BrickDesigner. Select the bond you have just created. Check out the bond. In this case you can see that the thickness is applied as intended. To change the folder structure of bonds, open Explorer and go to the folder shown here. Have a look at the files. This should look familiar. You are free to create, rename and delete folders and files. Just keep in mind that bonds placed in the folder named Built-in should not be changed. These files will be overwritten with new updates of BrickDesigner. Now enjoy creating your own bonds. I'm excited to see what creations you come up with.